Rary, I wish I could quit you. Oh, kiss me, you devilish cow pony. Oh. Hi, welcome back to Transformers Review Offs. Today we'll be looking at a couple of Revenge of the Fallen figs, namely ROTF Gears and ROTF Stratosphere. I actually got these guys off someone who was selling a ton of movie figs. Gears has always held a special place in my heart because he's probably the first Transformer I ever got. I'm talking about G1 Gears, of course. He's definitely one of the oldest Transformers in my collection. The original Gears, I should have gotten him out, but I didn't, is about this big. He's what they called a mini-bot, and he was red and blue, and he turned into some kind of truckety thing. This Gears is this big, and he is red and blue and silver, and he turns into some kind of truckety SUV thing. Strangely enough, though, despite the fact that they went with the red and blue color scheme, he looks more like Optimus Primal, specifically the Transmetal and Optimal Optimus Primal figs from later in the Beast Wars series, and especially when you consider how gorilla-like his arms are. I mean, look at his forearms, they're beefy. He's got really nice delts in back here. I think those are delts anyway, I forget. He works out. This is a very, very impressive robot figure. He's wide, he's very square without being made of squares, and other than these doors hanging off, which don't look that bad, he's got no kibble at all. This is how you collapse a vehicle down into a robot. And he's got gimmicks. Bam! He's got a little punch gimmick. And unlike Barricade, he's got them in both arms. Unlike Barricade as well, they're also not spring-loaded. They're completely manual. But that's okay because it looks pretty cool. Stratosphere, on the other hand, jeez! This thing is creepy! I said I like the way that the Decepticons from the movie line look monstrous and all, but this is an Autobot! He looks like someone took an airplane, crumpled it up, stuck spindly arms and legs on it, and the clown makeup is not helping. This guy is seriously terrifying. I do not like him. He sort of freaks me out. One thing I should mention is the light piping. Gears has none whatsoever. The Stratosphere's actually got head piping. His little hat here has these windows which get the along with his actual eyes. It just makes him a little bit more creepy. Oh god, he's a freaking scarecrow clown. So, point to Gears. Transformation. Gears is an absolute joy to transform. He is extremely intuitive. He fits together beautifully. And the only difficult thing, if you can even call it that, is getting his head out when you're going into robot mode, because it's, let me show you, it's underneath this panel and it doesn't flip up by itself, so you can have to dig for it. There's nothing really to grab onto, but that's my only complaint. I got this guy specifically because I love transforming. He's a lot of fun, and you don't see that a lot with movie figs especially. Bam! Stratosphere, on the other hand, is again a letdown. He's one of those guys who does this. That's never fun. Worse, getting all of his shit to line up properly is a real pain in the ass. He does have one thing I like, which is this little bit of automorphing here. You fold his shoulder back, and the side of the plane goes in. Here it is from the front. Whoop. I am kind of a sucker for automorphing, but it doesn't change the fact that this thing is horrific. Just horrific. And his arms don't peg together or into anything, so they just kind of hang there. You have to hope they're in exactly the right position. And he has numerous panels that come together kind of at the front of the fuselage. And all in all, this is just not fun in the least. About the only thing that does peg together are his feet, and they have a tendency to do so when you don't need them to. Pegging them together early on makes things difficult. He's also got these little flaps here. I have no idea what these are for. They're not addressed in his instructions at all. I think they show them being down the entire time. So it's like, okay, what's the point of that? And he's got all these panels and all these bits, and they're all trying to move against each other. You have to get them all into position at the exact same time. I absolutely freaking hate this thing. Sorry I got it. And then you get everything into position, and you just hope to God that you can make it all fit, because half the time it won't. And you keep pushing on it, and you keep pushing on it, It looks like I'm going to win this time, but just hope that you get it in and you don't break anything. Because quite frankly, oh yes, I got it. The plastic in his panels is really, really thin. It doesn't quite stay together. Point to Gears. He's going to win this one. Son of a bitch. So, going into the alt modes, there's still a battle worth fighting here. Gears turns into a solid silver SUV type of thing. He's got this little Autobot symbol in a gear over here, which is kind of neat. And he's got some gear decals on the side. And, you know, it's cute. It plays off of his name. Boring! Stratosphere, on the other hand, turns into a very, very lovely jet. And he's really big because he's a Voyager. He's got the Autobot symbols stamped onto the tail fins over here. And he's got a gimmick. You take and turn the back thing, and you have to turn it a lot until you think you're going to break it. Ah! And his cargo bay door pops open. And if it doesn't actually pop off, you can do something with it. He comes with Optimus Prime. Look at how small that is. And I'm going to transform him right now. He's not really worth reviewing because he's really small and he's really terrible. Consider that he turns into a semi this small versus a plane this big. This thing is huge. But anyway, he fits into the back here. But like I said, I have a problem. There it goes. I have a real problem with the door just coming off of its hinges. The first time I tried to do it, it wouldn't work, and it popped off its hinges, and I can keep it closed, but, you know, it doesn't stay, and I hate that. But it is a cute little gimmick. One thing I forgot to mention about his robot mode is that he's got thumb and finger articulation, and this is a shame because he doesn't come with any weapons. I mean, look, he's got a weapon port right there. He doesn't have any weapons, but you can totally do a King Kong with the Optimus Prime and have him hold him up. But I'm giving Stratosphere the point in the alt mode, but it doesn't matter because his creepy ass is going down, and the winner is Gears. Still a very nice plane, though. So, join me next time when we take a look at more Pretenders. I said they suck, but they don't all suck equally.